To both of you, and that starts with Mr. Beaupre. How can the state help address traffic congestion in the Denver metro area and at the Eisenhower Tunnel?
We've got an opportunity in front of us, and one that I think we better get very serious about. The trans bonds that were overwhelmingly approved and used with great effectiveness by Governor Owens, they're about to be paid off. We could refinance them today, wrap all the remaining debt in, you take advantage of low interest rates that thankfully are still out there in the bond market, and refinance that trans funding, and frankly, probably more. We ought to be looking at $3.5 to $5 billion of trans funding, take advantage of the low interest rates, and get ahead of what has been a continuous escalation in the cost of construction, and get serious about solving some of the priorities. I-70, Chuck, is absolutely one that has to be at the top of the list, but his Department of Transportation, as every Department of Transportation always keeps, has a list of priorities. We ought to fund as many of those we could and get on with building not only new roads, but improving the existing infrastructure that's badly wanting.
Mr. Hickenlooper.
The trans bonds, I think, would generate about $1.6 billion, I think, or maybe $1.8 billion. Two? I don't think it's much more than two, unless...
3.5.
That's a trans bond? So
if we'd renew them, we could do 3.5 now, and we could, if we used all funding instead of just a gas tax, we could do as much as 5, I think.
I'll have to look into that.
I'll send you an invoice for the idea.
Yeah, all right. I think when you actually look at it, you might be looking at a fairly